Hello, people. You want to pick that up, right? Anyway, I have a little something to tell. Stories to tell in the dark, Bedtime stories to tell in the dark. But this dark tell is actually interesting. Something that God told me, something the angels told me, reminded me of afterward. This is actually something that's important information for those with inquiring minds. Now, interestingly, the God of this world is like a seven-headed thing with 7 heads. Alright. And it branches off of this dragon ordeal. It's strange. It's a strange being, let's just say that, but and it described itself. Alright. Now, the middle heads and these 3 heads are different realms, different kings of these realms that go to paradise. And this one is like the 3D, and then the 2D. This is like the 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D. Alright. So, now, this head is like the middle head, which is the king of the realm of the 4D, which people are in also in the 3D. We're coming to the 5D, and 6D, and 7D, where paradise resides, actually. And, so, these have different kings of this dragon, right? Now, further up as higher you go, it's the same ordeal as branches down to like the Kundalini snake that rises above, although these are 7 colors. Now these realms, this is more like hell, this is like the balanced realm, although we are trying to get up higher. Now the reason of this whole ordeal is that the stars themselves are expanding, and time does govern many things. So the expansion of our minds and everything else, and the dragon himself is expanding. Alright, so we can't stay in this realm. We're either gonna fall or we're gonna rise, because the circle of itself is expanding. And so therefore, we're gonna be rising. That's why we are forced to be rising. And these kings are very dark. They have become very corrupted and very evil. He said particularly this one has become exceptionally evil. Now the dragon himself is fighting himself over this thing that we're all a part of. Alright, the God of this world. Alright. And he particularly told me to, that we can't let mankind fall down into this void, because this void is very evil, the king of this world. is exceptionally dark and very powerful. But these kings that are very dark and evil are wanting to take over these thrones, which is something why in part of the what we are needing to self-rise to these paradise realms, which are part of this dragon. So, anyway, it's a really, really long, interesting thing to actually explain. Kind of hope you heard me on that. I know the music was sort of off. But that's how, that's kind of how God told it to me, and that's how the God of the world, the dragon himself, told it to me. So, anyway. I know that it's like kind of a strange thing to actually understand this whole branch off of likeness. The magic of the number 7s and 369s and 12s and the 5 and the 2, or the 5 and the 7. That makes 12. Anyway. So, just to actually let you know, it's a very, very, very strange spiritual war that kind of is mind-blowing once you hear it. I don't, it's not anything that I could have computed into my own self. I'm not really considered, I'm, pretty darn, imaginative and stuff like that, but this is like beyond mind-blowing when I heard it the first time, and then when I was like confirmed it to me years later, because God has done that so many times, since I've spoken to him. It's just like confirmation after confirmation. This comes true, and this comes true, and this comes true. It's just, it's always a mind-blowing thing. I'll tell you that. But, yeah. I don't know if, like, it's, this whole thing with the gods and stuff like that, and angels and demons, there's so much of a deeper level of understanding beyond comprehension. When it comes to the storytelling that the religions have done taught, and things have done twisted and turned into whatever kind of form that they want of controlling, especially when they make something out to be the scapegoat. And this is why also that, Lucifer's not Satan at all. There's a much deeper reason in creation itself. So, and the reason of why things are the way they are, it's very strange. But anyway, just to bring a little something to light about stuff, especially when it comes to the balance, so, and the whole thing, ordeal with the whole magnetic field and expansion, it's just like, since all things are connected, you know, us ourselves are also expanding too, along with the stars and the universe and everything else, and God himself is expanding, and so therefore we are too, you know. So yeah, it's just like, just think about it. Think about it as a moving thing. Think about this being a solid thing, this expansion being a moving thing. It's like you can go up or you can go down, you know. And if we can't let mankind, can't let living mankind fall into this realm under these portals. If these portals open up, it's just really, really, really going to be something very bad, and that's something that we're trying to prevent. All right, that's the if, why, and reasons of it all, because those kings are not cool. All right, so please try to understand where I'm coming from on that level. All right, I love y'all very much, and I know it's weird and stuff like that, but it is what it is, and it's gonna have to be what it's gonna have to be. So, and that is the reason why. All right, just a little message from the man upstairs. Thank you.